This program has been made possible by contributions from our viewers. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Drew. Welcome to the Beggars Woodshop. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are most welcome. Thank you for joining me here, and thank you for inviting me into your homes, laps, hands, well, just however you happen to be viewing this program. Welcome to you, our new subscribers, as well. That's where I'd like to start this video, ladies and gentlemen. Our subscriber count. Thanks to every single one of you, we have surpassed 100 subscribers 2 days. That's what it was. 2 days before the recording of this video. So thank you very much. Without you, this program wouldn't be possible. Well, I got a few things to talk about, but I know there are people here who want just the meat. They want the molding head. Well, I'm going to give you the time code. However, I would request you stay around because I'm going to talk about some transparencies involving our GoFundMe campaign. But, here's your time code. I'll see you then. Okay. Like I said, let's start with the transparencies about our GoFundMe. If you haven't heard, and you probably have, I have a GoFundMe campaign I started almost 2 years ago, approximately the time I started this channel. That was supposed to coincide with each other. Well, since I started it, we've raised very little money. In fact, the largest portion of money that was donated was actually money I worked off. I just asked the person who gave me the money to put it into the GoFundMe. So, take a look at what has been purchased with the money we have earned. I've opened up the garage door so I can have a little more light and to move around a little easier, just so you can see. Like I said, I'm offering transparency. Here's some of the purchases that have been made. First off, most recent purchase, Power Tool Woodworking for Everyone. This is actually a great book, and it's helped me, and we're going to be talking about something that's in this book a little later. But you already know that. I also picked up 2 corner clamps. These things are actually quite helpful. Both of these I got like dirt cheap on an eBay auction for just a few dollars. It was great. It's great. I even made a great contact for him, the Shopsmith user. Also, our table here that we've had forever, as you can see, got a new tabletop. No, I didn't spend money. This was actually something that was here in the garage, up in the rafters. It was some kind of top to like a microwave cart or a counter or something. I took everything that was off the bottom and cut it down to size. However, casters. We finally got locking casters on this thing. That was something that I felt was a necessity with the way things have been going around here in the garage. Because as you can tell, there's boxes everywhere. It's a mess. Come around here. Well, you know this thing, right? Our radial arm saw. Yeah. That was probably the most expensive purchase that we've made here yet. Now, you see these boards? I'm trying to remember because I just finished recording that podcast, if I talked about those boards already or not. These were free, no cost, and if I haven't told you already... No, I haven't told you already. You'll hear what this is all about. Now, I keep thinking there was something else. Something else, and for the life of me, I can't remember what. What was this other purchase I made here for the Beggars Woodshop? And yeah, I can't think of what it is. I hope it's Shopsmith related. That was the main intent. Again, I'm trying to raise money to upgrade the shop. Some tools, as well as upgrading that Shopsmith to a Power Pro with an updated table saw system. You want to help, be it tools or cash. Comment for the tools, follow the link down below to the GoFundMe for cash. I know it's a tough economy right now, especially here in the United States, and I probably started this at like the worst time possible. Alright, pandemic, all that jazz. But if you want to help, follow the links. Okay, back to me from what is the past in shooting this scheduled. Yeah, where am I going with that? I don't know. I'm a madman. Recently, I was asked by someone who I was out walking with about my walking stick that I made. Remember, I've got walking sticks that I made. That's how I started the Beggars Woodshop. And eventually, she requested 2. One for her, one for her mother. So I've been hard at work. I've almost got it done. In fact, by the time this video gets uploaded, most likely they're going to be done. In fact, I'm guaranteeing that. So keep your eyes open later on, because I actually filmed it, and you will see a video all about my making of walking sticks. Also recently, and why I've got the gray backdrop up, my parents got a new bed. Okay, so what does this have to do with the backdrop? Well, they had this old waterbed, and the frame was solid wood. They couldn't take it any longer. Or keep it, I should say. And they had to tear it down, have a brand new bed, and they got the same size mattress, California King, but I held on to the wood. Now, recently, we had rain. We had rain here in Northern California. They've been getting a bunch in Southern California too, I'm told. That old box spring that my parents got for that old bed couldn't stay outside. And a few other things couldn't stay outside. They had to be moved here into the garage. And so that's why I've got the backdrop up, just so it's a little bit prettier. All right, it's bad enough there's boxes everywhere for things. So forgive me for not showing you the Shopsmith and the shop. Sorry. Now, here's the best part about that solid wood. I did some measuring and some planning, and it's going to be a little difficult. However, the sideboards are long enough and thick enough to cut up and make a brand new tabletop for the radial arm saw. Now that's another project that will be coming out, and the walking sticks took top priority because I was still planning the other project, but the radial arm saw will indeed get a tabletop. So it won't be this month, most likely. I'll probably hold off on putting out the video until next month. That's another thing I have to do, but it's gonna be fun. Okay, trust me, it's gonna be fun. For those of you who have just joined us from the beginning of the video, welcome back. I'd like to take this opportunity to remind everyone to comment, like, and subscribe. It helps us with the YouTube algorithm, puts our name out there. And of course, we have our GoFundMe campaign if you wish to contribute financially. If you wish to donate something to the Beggars Woodshop in terms of tools or Shopsmith parts and accessories you think we might be able to use, leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you. Now, let's talk about Shopsmith Molding. If you were like me, when you heard the word molding, you thought actual mold, that disgusting scientific stuff that's not really safe for you to be around or to breathe in, the toxic stuff. Okay, I made that mistake when I was a teenager, and I was helping out with some stuff. Yeah, we gotta go get some molding. Like, we're gonna get mold? What's this all about? No. Crown molding. Details. Little things like that. A lot of people like to make their own when they apply it to woodworking, be it furniture, or even when building a house and they want mold. Well, it's decorative, it's nice looking, but what if you want to get more customized with the shape? Well, that's possible. How possible, you might ask? Well, make your own moldings. Shopsmith came out with a molder head. Here was the operation. You took your arbor that you would use for dado work, and you would apply this piece of metal, right about yay big or so. I've never had one, so I'm poor about the estimate on its size. And on that thick piece of round metal, there were slots and holes. The holes were for set screws, and the slots were to put blades. There were 3 blades per molding head, 3 slots, 1 for each blade. And you would have a special insert on your table saw, very similar to the dado insert on more modern shopsmiths. You raise the blades to the right height, and you put your piece of wood through almost like you were doing a dado cut on your table saw. And you could combine these molding heads separately, okay, not at the same time. You have to do separate passes, and you could create some amazing looks, even if it's just something that's not going to go on to your wall. But what's a great example? We got this china cabinet recently. That's got a nice molding right at the top. Okay, little details like that. This is not the only function the molding head had. You also could create glue joints, or take the example of a drop leaf table. In fact, look, here's a video of a drop leaf table we actually have in the house. You can see there's 2 parts to this molding. There's the part that's on the table that hangs, and there's the part that's on the table that's stationary. As you lift it up, the pieces just joint together. So it works to fit together. This is incredible for pieces that, say, like a drop leaf table, or even a table that you take out the leaf, and it helps just put everything together. It's also great for glue joints, yes. Now, eventually, Shopsmith would change over, and they would put some of these operations, if not all, on the shaping portion of your Shopsmith Mark 5, Mark 7, Mark whatever. So when you do routing and shaping operations, they would have these cutter heads that would do the same exact job, only your Shopsmith is more upright. Well, is that an advantage? Depends on the piece of wood. I have found that there are some pieces of wood using the molding head attachment would be easier because the wood is flat and large, and if I did it upright, well, I'm going to need some featherboards and maybe even a taller fence, and that may not always work. But it's there. Now, here's the disappointment. I was on Shopsmith's site, and unfortunately, they do not sell the molder head or the blades anymore. If you want to get them, you're going to have to go onto the used market. That's a disappointment. I see an advantage to having the shaper heads, but I also see an advantage to doing it the old-fashioned way on the molding heads. Now, the shaper heads are better in terms of their cutters, yes. And someone look this up. Look this up to see if they actually have carbide tipped. Okay, please look this up. I say look this up because I'm not going to tell you whether or not they are, because I forgot to double check myself. However, it was just a basic blade on the molding head. So definitely have to sharpen. Personally, I would, if I got my hands on all the blades for the molder and the molding head, I'd hold on to them for a while until I could find a way to sharpen or even replicate them. Now, doing your own molding has an advantage. Okay, if you're making plantation shutters, you're going to want your own molding head, but that's a different molding machine altogether. In fact, that's something bigger. But sometimes just going down to the hardware store, the home center, or a store that specializes in molding is a wiser thing to do. Well, I think I better wrap this up before I start rambling. Hopefully I have sparked a thought in your mind to go look up more about the molding heads. If you have Power Tool Woodworking for Everyone, that wonderful book that was put out with Shopsmith, yes, it's covered in there too. I should know. I have one. Once again, if you'd like this content, you'd like to see more of it, and you'd like to see me build stuff, not only check out another video, but also like, comment, subscribe, that little bell icon. If you hit that, you'll be notified when I upload another video or go live. Alright, if you want to contribute financially, our GoFundMe link is in the description below. Just scroll down and see where it says show more if the link is not already there. Or if you want to contribute with parts, be it the shop or the Shopsmith, leave a comment and I'll get back to you. I keep thinking there was something else, but for the life of me, I don't know what. Thank you again to all our subscribers who helped us reach 100. Let's go for 1,000 plus. And hopefully, I will see you next time, right here, at the Beggars Woodshop.